Hello and welcome to what is hopefully the first in a very long line of videos about bowling. My name is Jason. I'm not someone who is here to be an expert. I'm not Brad and Kyle. I'm not a lot of people. I'm not a pro. I am currently just sort of your everyday league bowler. But I'm someone who's taking a bit of a journey that I hope you can identify with. Again, I'm not a pro. I'm not out averaging 220 on house yet. I'm just a normal house bowler looking to get better and start moving into tournament play. I'm in my 40s. I was a youth bowler in the 80s and 90s, growing up in Napa, California. A few years ago, moved here to Chicago, where I am now sort of getting back into the game. Bowled a summer league a few years ago, started a winter league, had to quit. Back into Winter League now and starting to get a hang on things once again. I've got some holes in my game, got some things that are good, stuff I'm trying to learn as things go on. Like a lot of people, I have been able to learn a lot from the internet. Back in my youth days, that didn't exist, obviously, and bowling resources weren't what they are today. So thanks to people like Brad and Kyle, Luke Rosedal, places like Inside Bowling or whatever they're called now, there's a lot of really good information out there on the internet. There's a lot of crappy information out there, but it takes time to filter through it. So I've been able to learn a lot about what the modern game of bowling is like, and that has helped me get back into it. It sort of encouraged me to do it. And that's sort of what this channel is going to be. This is going to be talking about experiences. It's going to be talking about the things that I run into and the things that I learn. And sharing it with you, hopefully will help you be able to learn some of the same things and improve your own game. I'm not going to be up here doing much in the way of lessons. I'm not going to be showing like here are specific techniques you can follow, but I'll share things that I learn, I'll share experiences, I'll share thoughts, and hopefully this can help you explore and find the same thing. So outside of being a brief introduction, this video is talking about a tournament I bowled in this past weekend, which was the very first scratch tournament I had bowled in nearly 30 years. So I went into this with a basically goal of just not sucking. And we'll see what actually happened there. I went to Metro Bowl in Crystal Lake, Illinois, which is a delightfully retro house. It's a little 10-lane shop. The backboards are old AMF triangles with like the light up pin indicators. What's really cool about this place is the first house that I started bowling in as a youth had these exact same backboards. So this is a lovely little bit of nostalgia I got to check out. They have hand scorekeeping, which is cool. I'll throw a picture right here of my scorecard. Don't look, it'll be a spoiler. But they have modern synthetic lanes they installed around 2017. So fully modern bowling alley in terms of what you're doing when you're bowling. The pattern was Kegel Broadway V2. That's a 37-foot pattern of a almost 5-to-1 ratio. What I took with me was fairly simple. It's my 3-ball league bag that I take with me. I don't have a tournament arsenal yet. I went with my Storm Phase 2, my Storm IQ Tour Emerald, and a Columbia 300 white dot. That's my spare ball. It's a bright white one, so it's cool. Doesn't make it a little bit dirty. And that's why I went into it. I went into it with the goal of wanting to finish in the top half, on top of not sucking. Sort of a stretch goal of, hey, if I get lined up well, maybe go positive. It was a very, very hard day. Warm-up was really good. But the first competition ball I threw was a washout and it sort of went downhill from there. I had never bowled on challenge pattern before, so I didn't really know what to expect while I was out there. The number one difference that I ran into, and you will do the same thing the first time you bowl on one of these, is you don't have a lot of miss room. Because of the flatness of the pattern, because you don't have the drier outside portions, balls don't come back. You miss 2 boards out, you're going to leave a washout. Or you miss the head pin. You miss 2 boards out in a league shot, you're gonna leave a light 7. Maybe even flush a strike. So that was my big challenge. We're not used to that sort of thing. My consistency was not really there for that, and so I was leaving a lot of messy spares. Left a lot of washouts, a lot of buckets. Whereas on my league, normally if I'm having a rough night, I'll leave a bunch of single pins. And you can usually keep those together. I mean, I left a freaking 4, 5, 8. Which I literally never left before in my life, so that's a little weird thing. So my last couple games, my goal of finishing the top half, gone. Just didn't want to finish last. In the end, I finished 11th out of 15. I averaged 162 for the day. That was a minus 187. Bright spot, 100% on my single pin spares. Although I did miss a 4-7, which is basically the same thing. But yeah, I went 9 for 9 on single pin spares, which is a great day for me. We'll see how that goes in the future. But keeping that in league, that's going to help things out a lot. So we'll see. The issue is simply with this kind of a shot, I left a lot of messy things, and that made my day go bad. So what lessons did I learn from this event? Number one, it showed that my release is extremely inconsistent. I have an issue where I have a somewhat challenging time trying to get my ball off my hand the same way every time. And I've known this for a long time, and it's something I've been trying to figure out on my own. In League, it doesn't really get exposed too badly, because again, you have miss room. You miss 2 boards at League, you're gonna be kind of okay. You miss 2 boards here, and I've got a bucket. So that's a big thing that I need to work on. Luckily, I've already got a little bit of coaching on that, reached out about ways I can fix it. Short version, I'll talk about later in a later video. My thumb positioning is a little bit weird sometimes, so I need to basically fix that. Another lesson that was a good one is it wasn't as hard as I expected with the equipment I have. My initial thought going in before doing this was like, I don't think I have a real strong ball. I don't have a proton physics or some big #1 tournament ball. But I chatted with a couple folks on a couple bowling discords I'm on, and they're like, no, just go do it. 1, the experience is good for you, and 2, it's not going to be that bad. And in the end, it wasn't. I had a line. I could strike as long as I could make my shot. I just couldn't make my shot consistently enough. I had a perfectly reasonable line with my emerald that, as long as I was able to get it to the pocket, would strike pretty well. I left a pocket 7-10 in game 1, so that wasn't pleasant. But outside of that, I could throw strikes if I could throw strikes. So my equipment was perfectly suited, at least to this particular map. Where do I go from here? Well, for right now, more League. I bowl Wednesday nights at Waveland Bowl in Chicago. I'm averaging 189 right now. I got 198 at the start. My goal is to get back at 200. Right now, my middle games are sucking. I actually average about 200 in the third game, about 169 in the second game. I'm having a bad time with transition, so that's my big target. And just practice. I've got thumb positioning to work on to get my release consistent, to try and see where that works, try where that helps with things. So that's for my goal in the future, and I hope that a lot of you will stick around. You will watch and join and be here for a while. And feel free to comment, offer up ideas, offer up feedback, or just say, hey, I'm in the same boat. And hopefully we can talk about stuff and share things in the comments and be in a good place. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.